Since bone prices have dropped a bit, I decided to design this kelp farm. But before I'm actually gonna present my design, I'm gonna explain how kelp farms actually work, because apparently some people don't know that. I'm also gonna show you some tricks when designing your own kelp farm. If you are not interested in that, you can just skip to the next chapter. So kelp farms usually use bone blocks. They go for about 520 right now. They get crafted into 9 bone meal. Now you use this bone meal to grow 9 kelp. So the cost to produce 9 kelp is 520. Now you put this kelp into smokers. You can use the chest to align the items like shown here. This puts them at the exact middle of the 2 hoppers and makes the whole build way more compact. To smelt the kelp, you use blaze rods. Those go for about 150 right now and smelt 12 items each, which means it costs $112.50 to smelt 9 kelp. Now you can craft this dried kelp into dried kelp blocks. In total, it costs $632.50 to produce this dried kelp block, but right now you can sell them for $751, which means you make a profit of $119 per every dried kelp block. With bone block prices being pretty low compared to the last few weeks, kelp farms became very good farms again. But bone prices often change. If the bone block price were to reach 640, you would definitely lose money with kelp. So I would recommend to only use kelp if the bone block price is under 580. Of course, you can use Skellys to fuel this farm to drastically improve profit. I would recommend to use this farm with Skellys, and from that profit buy even more Skellys, and so on. This can make you really rich very fast. My farm produces around 328,000 kelp per hour. There are 528 smokers, which is way more than enough. There are more smokers than needed, so you can run the farm while the blaze rods are filling up, and so it never overflows. This farm makes around 36,400 dried kelp blocks per hour, which is a profit of 4.3 million every hour. If you are using Skellys to craft bone blocks yourself, this makes a whopping 23.3 million every hour. However, you need 937 spawners to run this thing. Ideally in 14 stacks of 64 and a stack of 40 for maximum efficiency. But this farm was not properly tested on Donutsmp yet, since the border expansion will be very soon. It's better to wait until I make some changes, unless you're good at redstone yourself. The blaze rod storage is 300,000. That can run the farm for about 11 hours. The bone block storage is very big and I doubt it will be a problem. I will also make a version with way more storage. As you can see, some of the redstone is a little weird. That's because I wanted to make it as compact as possible, and I think that worked. It's only 32 blocks wide, 46 blocks long, and 10 blocks tall, which is pretty small considering it's a full kelp farm base with that many smokers. The schematic for this is in my Discord. But again, there still might be some fixes that need to be done. I will upload a fixed version if there are errors. But if you understand the redstone, I think you can fix those small mistakes yourself. But only if you're good at redstone. I would appreciate it if you subscribed so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and also like the video.